I think I'm set up. Did I... Wait. Is this working? Okay, yeah, it's working. Okay, I think we're good. So Zach, congrats on the first. Soulful, hello. Are we doing linear algebra for real? Not that real. Uh, I... Just for what I've been doing in the downtime while no one has a question from chat, I've been thumbing through this linear algebra textbook it's completely free and posted online. In like the 3 or 4 math streams that I've been doing this though, I've gotten to page 5 because I keep getting distracted. So at this rate, I'll be done within the decade. Is that even a thing? I bet. So like this book does it for it does it abstractly for field, and it applies at the same time both to R and C. I bet as long as you can prove that quaternions and higher have whatever the algebraic properties for a field, I bet this would be basically the same if you do linear algebra with higher things. It's a generalization of quaternions, octonions, etc. called onions. If they weren't before, they are now. I kind of love that. Our small subsets are called mini onions, almost minions. I stopped there. What about sedenians? True. Oh, but those are real. Hey, Rod. You're looking through that too? Oh, it's 16. I thought it was going to be 7. Okay, and I was wondering how it would work with an, like, not a power of 2. Flexibility. Is this not associativity? Am I crazy? Why? Is this more general than associative? What are not even alternate? Stop making up new words. This is an intro linear algebra. I mean, like I said before, if you want to ask about something in linear algebra, I know you're studying it too. I'm happy to talk about it. This was just like, if I were to study linear algebra personally, this is the book that I would use. I wouldn't call this a good introduction. As far as I know, it's more of like a second semester sort of thing. Oh, so it is specifically when the outer elements are equal. Okay. Magma is flexible if the... I know, they just keep making up words. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Well, that was my introduction. Even then, that has a... Well, I think you've said you've done linear algebra before, though. It's just been a really long time. I think for someone like you, that would be perfect. There were some things about strings course that I think would have confused me if it was my first time experiencing linear algebra. But it's a really nice course aside from that. You did matrix stuff. Okay. So maybe you didn't get... Yeah, so the main thing I feel like he doesn't emphasize much at all is the relationship between matrices and systems of linear equations. Like, he talks about it like once for like 5 or 10 minutes and never again. And so that was my main, like, kind of gripe with the course. But other than that, it's really good. Made-up words is your favorite part of math? I don't want to have a dictionary, a math... It's not even a regular dictionary, like a math dictionary next to me just to study math. Cut off from your college algebra textbook? Okay, good. Destin, terrible. At least it's not treating me well. I don't know how it is overall. Uh, because my bot is stupid and barely works on YouTube, let me manually run this message and then pin that, because last math stream was fucking crazy. Okay. CD? What the hell? Kaylee Dixon construction to the Octonians. So CD is Kaylee Dixon. Subalgebra? I don't want to know. An alternative algebra. That's like alternative facts. Going through Blitzer's college algebra to brush up on matrix operations. Okay, nice, nice. Driveling liar. All right, let's see what you're asking. Maybe it's as an alternating. I feel like I've already been down the Wikipedia rabbit hole of clicking link after link enough for now, though. Just algebra with eyeliner and fingerless gloves. True. Oh my god, we have 3 ifs in a row on the right side there. We're feeling pretty iffy today. Billy and Bob are playing a game against each other. Billy wins each game with the probability of P. Bob wins each with the probability of 1 minus P. If Billy wins the first game, he stops playing. Wise move. If not, he demands a best of 3. Classic. If he wins the best of 3, he stops playing. If not, he demands a best of 5. The process is allowed to continue indefinitely, with Billy leaving if he wins a best of N, demanding a set of best of N plus 2 games each time he loses. Most probably they will eventually stop playing. Ooh, I don't have a sense if this too much dopamine. Okay. And your studying goes well. I assume that's what you're up to. This is kind of a funny question. I wonder if this is going to converge to 1 or something less than 1. Cyram, either there in chat or in my Discord. You know, that's a good point. Dribbling liar. No, not really, Cyram. Sorry. Okay, so I think this is probably best done. I mean, I think to get a start on this, we should just figure out the probability for the first few rounds. So in round 1, the probability of Billy winning is P. If Billy loses, then we go to a best of... Well, I guess we're incrementing by 2. Links don't work on YouTube, sorry. So in this world, Billy lost the first game, so 1 minus P. And then Billy needs to win 2 in a row. So it's P squared. And then in this, do we start to get options? Billy must have lost... Yeah. We have options now. So... Well, do they boil down to the same thing, though? Billy loses the first 2 games and then could win the next 3. Or Billy could lose the first one, win the second one, lose the third one, and then I guess win 2 more. For the exact reason it says in the message. That's really all there is to it. So is it really as simple as just multiplying, like, taking this first one and multiplying it by 2? I guess so, Winklebot. Um, Bob is just a very agreeable person in this scenario. Yeah, Drilling Library, but there's an issue of, like, counting the arrangements, I think. Martingales. This feels like a martingale problem? Maybe. I've only been introduced to martingales. So, like, I'm imagining the answer is going to be, well, we're going to take n to infinity, I guess. But the answer is going to be something like something, choose something, 1 minus p to some power times p to some power, which looks pretty frickin' binomial, actually. Actually, this is just binomial, isn't it? Yeah, this is just a binomial process. I feel like it is, right? um I mean, we always start a new best of unless we win. Wait, what am I doing? No, okay, yeah. This is the probability that they eventually stop playing. That's what you're getting for your final answer, Fembox? Okay. Not quite? Okay. So if they play n many games, we need oh god, that's gonna be annoying. N divided by 2 floor plus 1. Hey Leo. I guess, well, we know n is always odd, so we could do n plus 1 over 2. Oh, what Fembox has? It kind of looks like it. Can you explain how to find the sign of the coefficient of x and sign of constant term in a quadratic equation? In the various cases of discriminant. That's like a backwards problem from what I'm used to. Uh... I are quantum insights, are you given like the discriminant is equal to 5 and tell me what the quadratic is? I don't know. Expecting gradually worse content from now on. Um, and then I guess this is p to the n plus 1 over 2, n minus n plus 1 over 2, which certainly simplifies to something. But yeah, Quantum, I'm confused about your question because I don't think the discriminant is enough to tell you what the original quadratic is. So I feel like you need more information. Like, it tells you something about how it looks, but I don't know if you can find the exact numbers. So I feel like there's something that I'm missing with your question. All right, I think theoretically this would give us the answer if I set this up right. Random walkish. I could see that. Okay, this is annoying me because it's about to pop up in the combination thing too. What is n minus n plus 1 over 2? 2n minus 1 over 2? No, just n minus 1 over 2. Hey, Roxra. Over 2 factorial. That we're guaranteed that's an integer. Basically means martingales. Okay, so Arad did say it feels like a martingale thing. I don't know enough about martingales to really use them. I've barely been introduced to them. Oh, you did say to find the sign of it. Sorry, Quantum Insights. I didn't read your question right. Leo, I'm sorry, this joke is getting really old for me. Like Catalan numbers? I've heard of them. I don't know much about them. I'm going to watch it. Just stop bothering me about it every single time I stream. Like, I'm sorry, it's actually annoying me. Um, why would it be an infinite sum? I don't understand that. Oh, I guess because it could happen on, well, okay. I'm not leaving this probability question. I just want to also, if I can answer Quantum Insight's question quickly, so I don't keep them waiting more than I have, that'd be nice. I'm trying to figure out the answer though. So Quantum is saying we have some generic quadratic equation. We want to find the sign of B and C based only on the discriminant. If it's negative, 0, or greater than 0. The discriminant is B squared minus 4AC. So if that's less than 0, B squared is less than 4AC. Everything is getting my ass. uh yeah, I don't know if we really know much of anything about, like, I think maybe in this case we can say something. Implies B squared equals 4AC? Well, no. We know A and C have the same sign or the opposite sign, but that's a, or sorry, A and C have the same sign no matter what, but we don't know what the sign is. Bilal, there in YouTube chat or in my Discord? Right, Arad. But that doesn't tell you about the sign of B and C. I don't know. I'm not sure this question is possible, Quantum. If it is, I don't understand how. Coefficients should be the Catalan numbers. I think this is basically what I have, though. I just did it out of n instead of 2n. Well, I guess I'm assuming n is odd. This is for any n. This looks really like what I have, though, I think. Like, I'm looking particularly at this, like, thing here. Can I... Oh, actually, we don't have... I was about to say, if I multiply this by, like, 2 factorial over 2 factorial, but factorials don't work like that. They don't have those kind of properties. If n assumed I was odd, n would be right. Oh, that's annoying. Skirt, I have had people streams open for their entire stream, and right after they end their stream, Twitch says your streak got broken, and it's like, what the hell, dude? I think it just Twitch just kind of sucks. That would make them even. Suppose because each added best of blank is a probability added to the previous chance of terminating the game. Maybe? Hey, Daniel. Seeing, for example, that there are 14 distinct ways the game could progress to a best of 9, where that 14 is a Catalan number. If it makes you feel any better, Skirt, in my opinion, you shouldn't care about watch streaks, because it's just Twitch's way of trying to make you addicted. E to the pi versus pi to the E. Oh, there's a rule for problems like that. I forget if the base is more important or the exponent is more important. I think the exponent is more important. Like, the greater exponent wins. I'd have to find the black pen, red pen video I saw about it. I think they were always a travesty. I really hate getting the notifications. I've been tempted to turn off the watch streaks on my channel because there's a setting for that. But I feel bad because some people care about their streaks, so I haven't actually done it. A dick path? How can I not laugh at that name? Yeah, I get my streaks broken for stupid reasons all the time, even though I watch the stream. A to the B versus B to the A, there's positive number gamma such that A be less than gamma one way. True. If AB is less than gamma one way, wins? If AB is greater than gamma, it's the other way. Oh, there is a critical point. Right. I think it's E or something, or I've seen that before. I just don't remember now. You have a basic question you want to ask. And Molly Adov, there is no stupid question. Please ask it. I ask stupid questions all the time. Well, I said there is no stupid question, and also that I ask stupid questions, but no one will think that you're dumb. If anyone calls you dumb, they get banned here. We don't do that here. Flux, stop spamming your problem. The world doesn't revolve around you. I'm catching up with chat. Let's. Oh my god! Why? No, I'm done. I'm not fucking. If you're gonna spam your problem, I'm not gonna do your problem. Oh. Mafia Gaming, explain integration. A second spammer has hit the chat. Thank you for not spamming, Mafia. That's a little big of a question. I don't know if you want me to explain like the definition of integration or how you actually do an integral. The first thing I would refer you to though is Paul's online notes. I really like this website for everything calculus. If you want to ask me something more specifically about integration, like if you want to ask me a question, please ask me something more specific. Like, is there a certain type of integral you want to learn how to do? Do you want to learn how you interpret an integral? Um, yeah, Leo, I have seen that calculus problem before. Uh, I I might do it again. It's just I don't know if there's going to be time with all the questions that I've just popped into chat. Bilu, it's good to see you again. Thank you for saying hi. A slow mode, yeah. No matter what I do, I feel like people. The only thing that really worked was forcing people to be subbed for like a few minutes before that they can chat. But I feel like that just turns so many people away that I turn it off every now and again, and it's turned off right now, and I'm regretting it again. I have put on slow mo, but then they just they'll just do it as often as they can. Okay, let me catch up with Twitch chat now. It's like games that have daily login bonuses. Yeah, that's the same idea. Winklebot. There's a threshold for when one. Okay, yeah, and Soffle says the same thing about A to the B versus B to the A. Mine breaks even when I watch every stream. When it breaks, they want you to watch a clip. I'm busy gaming. Yeah, exactly. Advancement in position. That's not even a fortune. What? That's a terrible fortune. That's not even saying anything. Happy gaming. I'm sorry. I really numerical and integral. I'm not sure what that means. Um, Horizontal line is a loss. A vertical line is a dub. Never be more dubs than losses. The path must stay below. Oh, interesting. Hey, Tizzer. To chat. It really is Winklebot. How many numbers there are? YouTube PooTube, am I right? I mean, I'm regretting turning off the sub only chat on YouTube. I might just turn it back on. I really don't want to have it on. That's what I think, Winklebot, but I'm not sure, and I really don't want to explain a complicated topic to someone who already understands it, because I've done that before, and like they wait for like 15 minutes and then tell me that wasn't what they were asking about. Sometimes my question is inversely related to the probability of doing it, and you never say your question, you'll do it immediately. True. Which means you're going to get promoted. I mean, maybe, but it could mean like it doesn't say you're going to advance in position. It just says advancement in position, like vaguely. Sub only mode on a lot of dating apps. Tisha, I cannot solve JE questions. I'm sorry. Let's look at two chats when dual streaming. There's apps that combine chats for, but I don't do that. Um, that's true, Skirt. That is glasses half empty. Bilal is asking whether it be 4 points on a plane such no 3 points are collinear. Points be A, B, C, D. Prove triangle ABC, AB will have at least one interior angle greater than 45. Bilal, doesn't every triangle need an interior angle greater than 45? Otherwise, it doesn't add up to 180? Is there something I'm missing there with the question? Doing an update on formalization news. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're streaming tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's why you're never hopping on Phasmo? Because I'm glasses half empty? Wow, Skirt. It's okay, Skirt. We replaced you. One of Rez's friends hopped on. We had a fantastic time. Um. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this question because I'd never heard anything else from Quantum Insights. So Quinter would never beat me up. Are we really small ones? I guess, yeah. They would be. Newton's method is for oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Euler's method. Newton's method is something. I don't remember. Really? What did you think, Skirt? Because I've been holding back my opinion on it. Should be less than in equal to 45. You have to prove that. Okay, fair enough, Bilal. I don't think I know how. That I was kind of worried that if you corrected your question, I wouldn't know how to do it. And that feels like a very general thing. Like I don't know how you I don't know how you do that for like 4 random points. Coolest thing about Newton's method is that you can do Newton's method for root finding, formula for polynomial root finding, and it just works. Oh, no, I can't do Olympiad questions, Bilal. I'm sorry. Discrete amounts of insight, that too. Hey, Muro. Um, okay, so Driveling Liar said that the answer should be a summation. Oh, well, I feel like my approach is valid too. Like I don't think I'm wrong, but I think I can see the other, like if you're doing a summation, I think you're adding up all the ways Billy loses. And I'm just looking for the last way that he wins. But yeah, you can say you can do basically 1 minus the probability of, wait, Billy is our protagonist, right? Yeah. Our anime protagonist. 1, 3, 5 ... games. I think this probability here would involve summation. The answer should be love. Are you, wait, what's his name? Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar? I'm terrible about mixing up Matthew McConaughey and Matt Damon because both their names are, they're both Matthew, but they don't even go by, like, one goes by Matt, one goes by Matthew. Um, Durango? I don't know what that is. Hey Rex, you will obey or molten silver will be poured into your ears. What the hell? No, where solution is surprisingly easy. It goes like there are 2 different cases. Makes a quadrilateral, at least one angle quadrilateral be less than 90. Then if you make triangles from that angle. Oh, okay, that's interesting, B-lol. Yeah, I don't have any experience with competition math, so if it's from a competition, I don't usually even try it, because I've tried to do them before, and I never get even close. Biggest half put out challenge. Can anyone hear any physical difference between a universe where space-time is curved, one where it is flat? So that's a technically correct answer, but I wouldn't say that's the useful answer. I mean, the main difference is just how you calculate the shortest difference, isn't it? The dog, why? Oh shoot, what happened with what about the dog? I don't remember a dog. It's like here's a oh yeah, that was funny. I was really annoyed that that I thought it was pretty meh overall. So Skirt and I are talking about the Punisher. It's like a mini movie. It's like a 1 hour long thing that came out a few years ago. I was really annoyed. He shot a bad dude, like while there is an innocent person behind the bad dude, and like you never do that. I was like, the Punisher would never do that. That's right. Oh yeah, that was really fucked up. Yeah, that really upset me. Oh dude, I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah, I don't get like it was so dystopian, the entire neighborhood. It's like why is everything just going to shit? Yeah, I don't I didn't like it that much. You know, Olympia, you just tried. You like pure and applied math? Oh, hey, that's awesome. B lol. I get the same answer as a commenter. That is just the difference. It's just a different metric, but like aside from that, it's really not that different, isn't it? Unless you want to talk about time. Technical remarks about the more advanced algebraic number theory is proof of Erdos conjecture. I feel like you have homework to actually learn the proof and meaningfully respond. Only nerds like math. Boom, roasted true. You thought he also that skirt, but I guess that's like the one person who he or like I think he let her live because he assumed that she wasn't involved in it. But like the Punisher definitely knew about her, and I think he just chose to let her live for whatever reason. And NYC under Fisk. I guess so. Using Caliber gun didn't have the muscle velocity to go through soft tissue into another. I mean, he was the entire time picking up random guns off the ground and using them, and it was kind of cool. And Roxer, I saw your question. I'll come to it in a second. Um, they did do a really good job of every time he picked up a gun, he did check that it was chambered and that there were bullets in the mag still, which is a nice touch. It almost felt a little bit extra because he was doing it so much, but yeah, I don't know. I thought. Oh yeah, and I also the ending of it, I didn't like how it ended. Um, the Arad Arbel Memorial Discord. uh, the ending of it, it's like he lets the person live, but then he goes and kills other bad guys. So did he actually change his mind about anything, or like I don't know. Oh yeah, I read that. He's identified with the caliber too. I guess so, but like I don't know. Need a better sound mixer. I had to continue watching my iPad because the Dolby Atmos on TV was stupid. Oh, even rifles don't go clean through. It just seems like a big risk. Like you don't shoot at a person when a civilian's behind them. Like I feel like that's common sense. Dribbling liar. I'm gonna take a break from your question to look at Rokestra's question. I'm sorry that I've just been getting distracted and not working as much on it as I probably could be. But I really hate falling behind on chat. Um, and I don't know how to strike that balance with actually doing math and not falling behind on chat. I mean, I've always had two chats to manage. They've just been pretty busy today, which is a good problem to have. I just need to figure out how to deal with it. Like, I don't want people to hold back from chatting if they want to say something. I don't know how to respond to everyone's message and keep the stream moving. So had you watch it after B&D to be judging them for judging writing for Frank the entire time? Wait, what's B&D? Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. Secretary direct my attention and filter the chat. Oh, brand new day. Ha. be judging we be judging writing for Frank in B&D or judging the writing for Frank in One Last Kill? Two spheres are rolling towards each other. One of them looks a little tentative. The other postures of confidence, also unsure. Chemistry is there. They knock each other, both explode. Tale as old as time. You're watching it again later tonight? Oh, cool. RB19? I don't know what RB19 is. Koshi boy. Koshi boy. Yugi boy. Okay, two spheres are rolling towards each other. At t equals 0, sphere 1 is at x equals 0, has a speed of 10 meters per second to the right, while sphere 2 is moving 2 meters per second to the left, has an initial position of x equals 1,000. It's a kilometer away. Observation of the spheres show the following data. After 2 seconds, sphere 2 has picked up speed and is moving at 10 meters per second to the left. Its acceleration is maintained until the spheres collide. Sphere 1 is seen to have an acceleration of 2 meters per second squared to the right. Writing in B&D because One Last Kill is just horrendous. Yeah, One Last Kill is not great. Think doesn't call it correctly. Got to get some math done. Sounds good, Winklebot. No worries. We could actually do it. We can compute lateral G loads on max. Oh, you're talking about F1? I still don't really know what you're talking about, Koshi boy. I'm sorry. Okay, what a strange setup for a problem. Sphere 1. X equals 0. V naught is 10. Oh, okay. I guess this is X naught. The 2-second sphere's picked up speed is moving at 10 meters per second to the left. Well, here's the problem. They don't tell us how it picked up speed. I'm going to assume they mean pick up speed at a constant rate, so it's linear. But the wording of the problem sucks, and it could be quadratic, it could be exponential, it could be kind of like any increasing function you want. Don't watch Supergirl? Is it bad? I thought you said it was good. Either due to fear or excitement. Yeah, we really need to know about the emotional states of the spheres. All right, well, let's make a I guess let's make equations. Acceleration is 2. Acceleration is to be determined over here. So assuming acceleration is constant, so we're saying after 2 seconds, so if this is time and this is velocity, at time 0 we have velocity 2. At time 2 we have velocity 10, not to scale. What is the slope of this line? Is our acceleration? Oh, that works too, Roxra. That'll also get you the right answer. Supergirl's mid, which is fine now. Does mid equals bad? Yeah, that's fair enough, Soffle. Because after 2 seconds, I'm already done. Same. So I would use the slope formula for this, but Roxer, the thing that you did is exactly it's exactly correct too. 10 minus 2 over wait. Yes, 2 minus 0. 8 over 2 is 4. So acceleration is 4. Supergirl, the show is the best Supergirl. Just read Woman of Tomorrow. Call me and Don the fast shooters. 2 seconds more than enough. Mm-hmm. -4? Oh, I haven't worried about directions yet. Yeah, I would agree. These should both the velocity and acceleration should be negative, though. You make a good point. I was just figuring out the magnitudes and gonna fix the signs later, but you're doing the signs correctly from the get-go, and that's also, like, valid. It's probably better, even. Okay, so let's make an equation for the position of each sphere, then. For sphere 1, I'll call it x1. You make a good point, Leo. For x1, initial position is 0. 10t. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Roxra. I'll do the Kirby t's too, even. And then how about for x2? 1,000. Then I'll pause there for a second. Oh, you boosted the server again? Roxra? Thank you so much. I just noticed that. Yep, I like that. Extra boost that do nothing? Well, thank you. I'll take them. You just unlocked something on the server for me then, so I actually just hit level 1. I don't know what, but I'll take a look later. Leo, it's... Actually, I'm gonna change this to be 1, just to save that math. It, like, the way that Discord monetizes is kind of weird. Anyone can boost your server. You have to pay to boost, or sometimes you get them for free through, like, promotions. But they just unlock more features for your server, like a banner and I think, like, higher quality streaming or something. There's a whole list of it somewhere. I don't really bother paying for it myself, but occasionally people will be kind and send a boost. Like, I mean, if they're maybe they'll add in blackjack and hookers. I mean, if someone has a spare boost laying around, I would take it. But if people are gonna like spend money to support me, boosting is like not my first choice. Okay, so Roxer, from here, I think the strategy is to use these equations to figure out the time that they collide. And once we know the time they collide, we can figure out the speed. Yeah, and so we're gonna set them equal to each other. Amog. Oh God. I can think about that after this Amog. Oh yeah, it gives more emotes. That's true. You have to read an entire chapter today on grad level calculus variations today while hungover. Am I cooked? The hungover part was gonna make it difficult. Skirtle, I will absolutely not eat a whole stick of butter for that. I mean, the basics, like, it's actually not that hard to learn the basics of calculus of variations. You can just use the formula for arc length as a good, like, prototypical example. Make that 3 sticks. It can get kind of dicey depending how deep you have to learn it, but you can learn some basic things pretty quickly, like in one day. I'm forgetting to do the curly T's. Yeah, I just did that for Femvox maybe a month or two ago. Oh my, ah! Okay, and then let's divide out a 2. Oh, true, Roxra. I can do that. Oh my, I added a squared in for fun. Hey, Ritu Sharma. Let me get through this problem, Roxra, and then I'll remember how to do that, hopefully. Cinnamon. Oh, that's very, very kind of you to allow me to do cinnamon butter or garlic butter. Electric State? I never heard of that one. Amog, thanks for the follow. Oh, that alert is kind of loud, isn't it? Do I need to turn those down? I just noticed the level on that. I'm gonna turn those down a bit. Ayush, no, I do not want the toughest questions. Isn't it minus 3t squared? Did I make an oopsie? Oh, I made an oopsie. Thank you. Superman is the golden retriever Superman. Seems like the prior chapter one can be anywhere close to basic. Oh. It's a lot to learn in one day. It depends on the question, Wajid. 2 + 2, 4. Thank you, said Ketchup. That's the perfect type of question that I'm here to answer. Brooks, are we able to use a calculator? I don't want to factor this by hand. No? Okay. I was about to say, fuck the rules. I'm using a calculator anyway. BTW means by the way. Take the positive root. 16.4, we can call it. That's what you got too, Roxra. I think I saw you type that earlier. Oh yeah, I could use a quadratic equation, just I don't want to use the quadratic equation. 16.4 seconds. These are quick spheres, by the way. What does IDK mean? I don't know, Leo. Prove that root 3 is irrational? If you actually need help with that, Ayush, we can talk about it, but if you're just quizzing me, please don't. Yeah, exactly. You need to find the velocity. And so you even typed equations for the velocity in chat earlier. Yeah, hopefully we'll figure it out one day, Leo. Exactly that, Roxra. So for V1, it's 10 plus 2t. So V1 of 16.4, mental math. 32.8, 42.8. V2 is -2 minus 4t. V2 of 16.4. Mental math again? This is harder? 16 times 4 is 64. Plus 0.16. 64.16 negative -2 minus 66.16? Question mark? All right, see you, Leo. Thank you for hanging out. Catwoman? You want me to dress up like Catwoman? I thought you wanted me to watch something involving Catwoman, which would have appealed to me. Oh, no. Minus 68? Maybe I messed it up. Uh, oh god. Two shares, Sani. How to be good at math in less time? Want to be more math for competitive exams? I don't know much about competition math. I would just plan out, set a goal for what types of problems you want to solve, and try to make a plan for how you're going to get there. And that's probably the best thing you do to optimize your time. Would you kind of explain the third step? I'm not sure which one the third step is. I'm sorry. If you can be more specific, I can talk about it more. Aviman, I see your question. I'll get to it when I can. Ayush, I feel like you're just quizzing me, and I don't want to be quizzed. Well, okay. I'm using a calculator. -2 -4 times 16.4. We said. Oh, it is 67.6. Right, Amog, we also have to do your question. Six, seven. Okay. Let me take an inventory of what questions are being asked. I think Amog was the first person recently to ask a question. Abhiman, put a question in. Yeah, Ayush, there's a lot of questions that are being thrown around right now, and I feel like you're just giving me questions for fun, and I'm trying to, like, do questions that people need help with. My math teacher sucks. He just writes down formulas on board and hands over practice questions, then goes, no one can score more than 60%. Oh, that sounds like a terrible thing. Tizar, I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Kinematics, tell me the question, low fifth. The J it definitely is strong. I even have a pinned message saying I don't know how to solve JE questions, but people apparently don't read it, or they don't care. More likely. Okay, if I'm missing anyone's question, please tell me. I guess we'll start with Amogs though. My BFF gets to rant in your DM skirt. Lofif, either there in YouTube chat or in my Discord. Ayush, I'm sorry, I can't do your question. Tizer, if you can be more specific, what about complex numbers do you need help with? Okay, Amog, this doesn't look like the type of question I can normally do, but let's at least read it and think about it. I can't promise anything, though. All 7-digit numbers be formed using digits 0, 1, and 2. Don plus do to the nothing? No, I can't. 2210222 enters 42. Thank you, said. Exactly what I needed. Number of elements in X such that S is at least one of the digits 0 and 1 appear exactly. Actually, maybe I can do this. I am doo-doo. Okay, so to the 6, 7. Well, you're doo-doo too then. appears exactly twice. $87 plus 66. Use a calculator. That's the answer. Oh, the Monty Hall problem, Wajid? I don't remember how you do that problem. It is to your advantage to switch your choice. I don't remember why though. I would ask that you just Google that because I don't know offhand, and the questions are kind of the questions are stacking up faster than I can do them right now. um Rez said something about playing today, but she also said about something about playing in the morning or something. I don't know if she's busy tonight. Um, she did want a game today, though. I remember her saying that. Abhiman, I'm starting with the Moog's question because Moog asked the question first. You are on deck for afterwards. Um, you got 762, Moog? Okay. Yeah, I think you have time for that, Skirt. If Rez hasn't said anything already, I assume if we are gaming, it'll be at the normal time. You're doing chemistry? Oh, nice, Mr. G Learnings. If you ever have chemistry questions, I don't think you're streaming right now, but actual education can help with chemistry. The second person in that list. Um. Okay, so there is a really nice restriction in this problem, which is we know exactly how many two of the digits appears. So that means there's wait. Oh, never mind. At least one of the digits. Oh. Okay, we have a couple different cases then. You counted A, then counted B, then counted A intersect B. Yeah, I thought this was a lot faster problem before I noticed the at least. Diploma math questions? I don't know what diploma math question is. Is it on Discord, Tizzer? Okay. I could probably figure that out, having only skimmed it. I'll add you into the list. $1:30 a.m. and your brain is just fried. I'm sorry, Amog. Tomorrow's your relation operator test. You haven't studied anything. I don't know what. I'm sorry, Rohan. You're probably better off sleeping. I don't know about relation operators though. I'm sorry. Okay, so I guess I don't know of a faster way to do it than what you're saying, Amog. The only other thing I think of is to like do A union B and subtract out the intersection, right? Or something smart like that where you count the total and subtract out the bad ones. Oh, low fifth. I don't know if I can do that kinematics question. I'm sorry. Compounding is multiple angles. Yeah, I don't know, Rohan. I'm sorry. If it's late at night for you, you should just sleep. I don't know what your time zone is, but there's a certain point where it's better to study than it is to sleep. Just like other chapters, I think I'll be able to manage it with a few Gatorades and Pedialytes. All right. Godspeed, breasticles. Um, yeah, you should sleep. I think. Coffee time, nice. Did again and got 792. Oh no. All right, I need to. These types of questions are not my strength. I need to start slow here. What's the total number of 7-digit numbers with 3 options? It's 7 to the 3, right? Because 7 slots times 3 options each? Or wait, am I doing that right? No, it's 3 to the 7. So there we go. 3 options, 7 times. Okay, Rohan. Oh, that sucks, low fifth. I'm sorry they're making you do physics when you're trying to learn medical stuff. Love of I when I read your question, I don't think I know how to do it, and the questions are stacking up faster than I can answer them right now. I don't think I can do your question. I'm sorry. Everyone's an hey Shivank. It's a common thing, Famish. I don't know why though. 7-digit numbers with 2 ones. That's an easier one to count. Um this time we have 3 to the 5. And then do we need to multiply by something else though? Because there are like it needs to be like it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can place 2 ones in any of these in between slots, can't we? 6 of them. So is it times 6 times 5? I think that's how this works. It's been a long time since I solved a problem like this. And so I guess that would that leads us to how we do it with 2 zeros, which is the harder one. So same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we aren't allowed to use the first slot anymore. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 4. Well, you could put 2 ones in the same spot, actually. Right? Like, you could do 1, 1. So I think it's 6 times 6. And 5 times 5. Well, yeah. I hope this matches what you have, Amog. Laplace formula? I don't know what that is for this shuffle. Yeah, syntax. Numbers where 0 appears twice, B is where 1 appears twice. Okay. For what you're doing. Mine was way lengthier. You initially went in that way. Oh, okay. I mean, theoretically, we add these two numbers together, and we subtract out the intersection. Can we trust AI for math questions? Not yet, at least. I think one day we will be able to trust it. I think for now, you shouldn't trust. You can use it to save yourself some time for things you already know. But if you're completely new to something, I wouldn't trust AI without verifying it out with some outside non-AI resource. Um, yeah, Moog, I think you said that before, right? Brute force the question with Python. True. Origimilla Casa. I don't know anything about JE. I'm sorry. So actually, what do these two numbers give us already, though? Like, is it in the realm? It's probably going to be way too big. 6, or 2 times 6 times 3 to the 5 plus 2 times 5 times 3 to the 5. Oh, really, Obi? Oh, that's 5,000. Wow. Okay, can we figure out both? This time we only have three free spaces. Like it's bingo. Showing a binomial coefficient? Maybe. Uh, uh 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it times 4 times 4 times 3 times 3? What does that get us? Wait, I don't know how math works. 6 times 6 is not equal to 2 times 6. I don't know if you guys knew that. All right, well, my answer is a little farther away from your answer, Amog. I'm getting 10,900. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I don't know if I can spend more time on this question when I have other questions that are waiting. That's a pretty good guess, Breasticles. Satoshi, I think no to that question. Oh, Amog, you're right. I forgot about leading zeros. I didn't use this anywhere in my calculations, though. In here, I did account for leading zeros. Yes, I think I did. It's possible I did it wrong, but I at least tried to. Many else has proved that 2 is not equal to 6. True. A plus B plus C to the 7? Is that what these are, Obi? Okay, I really do need to like try and answer everyone's questions though. I don't know. If someone wants to correct me about a Moog's question, please do. But if I've probably done something wrong, and I don't know what. And so instead of just staring at it, I'm gonna at least try with Abiman's question, I think. Let's assume the patient has one of 3 disease, D1, D2, or D3. For any test, he assumes an equal probability for each disease. Carries out a test will be positive probability 0.7. Patient has disease D1, 0.5. Wow, that's not a 0.5? It's not a very good test, I feel like. Given the outcome of the test was positive, probably the patient has disease D2. I'm not sure, Moog. I'm sorry. Sleep well. We're gonna kill this man? Yeah. Well, is this even enough information? Like, are we saying D2 was positive, then the other 2 were negative? And we're asking what's the probability that that's correct? I assume that's what the question is. Um, hey, Bayali. Still trying that digit problem? Okay. Yeah, Amoga, if you're still here, if you're in the Discord, people might come up with things like later and post them there, or Syntax might just even put it in chat here, but I guess if someone puts something in chat, I could put it in the Discord too. If you do leave. You might have already left. Tizer, you're here. Abiman, are you here? I might skip and do Tizer's first if Abiman had to leave. Also, I'm not quite sure about Abiman's question. Like, I feel like I'm missing some information about how the test came out. Okay, Mr. G Learnings. Shivank, F is a degree 5 polynomial with all 5 real roots. I don't know how you do that. I'm sorry. True or false, gut call, no evidence allowed. I'm saying true. I never doubted Riemann before, I'm not going to start now. But Yali, yeah, I'm probably not going to have time to actually learn any today. I've had to open it in the background, though. It's just something I do when there's no questions from chat. in the last few math streams, I've been really busy actually, so I've accomplished almost nothing in linear algebra. But if there ever is a break, then I would open that book up again. Welcome in though. Linear algebra is indeed awesome. The cube root of -8 is -2. Soulful, it's both. And there's also a third option too, I think. Yeah, and so I can answer that one quickly, and then we'll do Tizzers. Because I think Abimon dipped, understandably, because I kept him waiting for so long. So that's exactly the problem with complex analysis, and you solve it by taking a branch cut. So, actually, but before I go into Tizzer's question, I think I can answer that. You have to decide beforehand which cube root of 8 is the correct one, or else you're violating the definition of a function, as you say. So if you leave things vague, which is the issue that you're pointing out, you have what's called a multi-valued function or an ill-defined function, or like not well-defined. 762 by brute force? Okay. So I did something terribly wrong then. Thank you for doing that, Breasticles. I'm from America. Doing APs with IB? I don't know much about IB, to be honest, Tizzer. That both of them are good to do, though. Basically, any complex number can be expressed as r(e) to the I theta. But the issue with the angle theta is that e to the I theta is equal to e to the I theta plus 2 pi. For any angle you have on the unit circle, say you have this like 60-degree angle right here, you could also call that 60 plus 360 if you go all the way around and land at the same point. So it is 60 degrees, but it's also 420 degrees. I did not do that on purpose, but I'm glad it came out as 420. Which is 60 plus 360 is where I got that number. And this is the exact same issue up here, since 2 pi is 360. Discriminant? A little bit. And so when you start taking fractions, like fractional powers, say a cube root, to the 1/3, you suddenly get different options that are all valid. And which option, so for cube roots you have 3 options, and which one you choose is called your branch cut. So if you want something to Google, I would say Google branch cuts. But yeah, you're exactly correct to be concerned about that, Suffle, and we have a way of dealing with that. And so yeah, I could teach you more about them, but that would have to be later. Logarithm sums? It depends on the sum. It's better just put your question in chat, Chinya. Okay. The complex number z is a root of the equation magnitude z plus 4i equals magnitude z minus 10i. But I don't want, I mean, yeah. Then we're gonna have a problem, I guess. Okay, so I guess for this question, I will let z equal a plus ib and substitute. Rakesh, no, I can't. Thank you for asking, though. B plus 4. a plus I b minus 10. And now we can use the definition of magnitude to resolve each of these things, like each of these sides. So I'm going to square each side to get rid of the square roots, and I'm just going to say a squared. Why am I blinking? Plus b plus 4 squared minus 2ab plus 4. This is how this comes out, right? Minus. Why does this feel wrong? Isn't this wrong? Or, wait. Why do I remember the magnitude of a complex number? Nine plus 4. Okay. I think I'm doing something. I'm doing like z times z conjugate while also doing root a squared plus b squared or something. A squared plus b plus 4 squared. And there is a square root here, but there's also a square root on the other side, so I'm just squaring each side. I do bake my own bread. You say finding 8 to the 1/3 only has one answer, but x cubed equals 8. Yeah, that's fair enough, Obi. You want bread maker, coffee grinder? I mean, you can make your bread by hand, too. You don't need a bread maker. Best book for math, Stewart Calculus versus Engineering Mathematics. Ooh, I'm not too familiar with either book, to be honest. I'm sorry, Rakesh. Oh, shoot, I left the thing off. My explanation for Soffel. I forgot the K that Obi has. Oh, okay, so Soffel, you're still here? I forgot. It's actually e to the I theta plus 2k pi, where k is any integer. Because you can do many revolutions around the unit circle, forward or backward. Famish, it's really easy to make bread by hand. You don't, like... And like, it may not be perfect when you're first learning especially, but fresh bread always makes sense. Or, it always makes sense. I'm using math words for baking. It always... Fresh bread always tastes good, even if you didn't make it perfectly. Fresh bread makes sense. It does make sense. Okay, it was raw? Oh. Yeah, if you don't bake it all the way through, that's a problem. The fancy coffee grinders with the handle? Like a hand coffee grinder like what I have? Coffee alert. Wait, why isn't the camera focused? Like, okay, I mean, you save a lot of money by going with a hand grinder, and the grinds are really good. So if you're willing to like do this for a minute or two every morning, hand grinders are a great deal. You probably shouldn't be willing to do that every single morning, but I am. No, I told you about the Baratza Encore. It's an electric grinder. I sold it a long time ago on Facebook Marketplace, I think. Hey, Ahan, I'm good. How about you? Had a weird texture? That sucks. Tisser. AP plus 16. B is the imaginary part. I'm hoping it comes out to be 3. If it's not 3, I'm going to be really sad. It's a 6, not a 0. 28B minus 84. Is that 3? No way, is that 3? 84 divided by 28? Oh, that is 3. Okay, that's part A. Dude, has anyone ever done 28 times 3? Such a strange number, I feel like. Oh, yeah, Fenlock. So that was the first grinder I bought. Oh, you misread it? Oh, no, syntax. It's a great grinder. I only sold it because I like, it is like an entry level grinder, and you can get more out of fancier grinders. It's a great grinder though. I wouldn't recommend you a grinder. I wouldn't recommend you a grinder I wouldn't use myself. And you can even upgrade the burrs. It can be a bit of a project to actually put them in. But if you find that you want like more out of it, you can buy a burr upgrade later for better grounds. Fresh bread is a subset of all bread. That's true. Can I solve the whole Eridov? No, I can't. And thus consistency get some variation in the coffee. Yeah, unlike electric, it's extremely consistent. Yeah, and there's things you can do to make them more consistent, like slow feeding the beans in instead of putting them all in at once. But you usually have to be really messing with it to get like bad grinds. I'm from America. Oh, cool. Joseph worked on that counting problem. Okay, I've done part A for this problem. Let me come back to what Joseph just sent me. Joseph got 762. Oh my god, Sachin. I'm not doing it. I am not dealing with this today. Assam? I've never heard of Assam. God, why doesn't YouTube have a spam filter for when people do that? YouTube sucks. Ugh, okay, yeah. This is too much to fit onto one screen. Actually, am I almost there? I don't know if I'm almost there. I'm not almost there. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna leak the DMs because I don't feel like formatting. It's not like we're talking about anything special anyway. Actually, wait, no. Because I do feel weird about even showing any sort of DM, although I doubt Joseph would care about this. I'm just gonna copy paste it into a channel into the public Discord. Yeah, I just have a weird hang up about it. I don't know. I copy pasted it here. Credit to JCYW though. Majuli, no, I haven't. Impact, that looks like a really long question. I'm sorry. And I have a few other questions that I'm trying to work through first. Okay, case 1. 0 appears twice, leading to either 1 or 2. 6 spots left to choose 2 zeros. 6 choose 2 is 15. Oh, it's choose! That's what I did wrong. Well, wait. Okay, yeah. The remaining digits can be either 1 or 2. Yeah, I did not format those well. Escape character. Escape character. Bam. There we go. Like mathematical Conan. Ooh, that's a fun one. I can't show. I don't know if I can show them both at once. Okay. Actually, yeah. The problem's at the bottom of the screen. Nikhil. All right. Did you make another account just to spam again? Oh my god. Okay. I'm ignoring chat for a minute so I can actually read something for once in my life. I wish I could IP block. Okay, you know what? I'm taking a break to ban again. All right, I want to freaking read this. uh, 6 spots left to the leading digit is 1 or 2. 6 spots left to choose 2 zeros. So 6 choose 2 is 15. Five remaining digits can be either 1 or 2. So 2 to the 5th is 32. Multiply them together to get 480. Okay. Case 1, 1 appears twice. Same logic. A third one. I would answer, like, I would actually read your question if you didn't spam it. Just ask it once. And I'm sorry there are some YouTube chats that I've missed, and people who are not spamming. I will come back and read your questions. There's just way too much happening that for one person to keep up with right now. Um, it's because of the leading zero, Nikhil. Leading digit is 1. 6 spots left to choose 1. 1. Okay, and this is a sub case. We're choosing the leading digit to be 1. Okay, sure. Leading digit is 2. Actually, yeah, okay. I mean, one appears twice. Okay, yeah, sure. When I read it like this, it's really not so hard. But actually coming up with this is kind of difficult. Um, um, what do I get back after doing this? I'm not sure what that means. And Bresco's posted the Python code. Nice. We're gonna have exactly 2 occurrences. Oh my god. Are you repeating? Dude, you can ask your question once. I do need more YouTube mods, I guess. Uh, I've modded a few people, but people are being really out of control today. Leading. So removing double counting. Both 0 and 1 have exactly 2 occurrences. Maybe, yeah. Leading digit is 1, so you're supposed to choose 1. Okay. I'm a little like overwhelmed right now, so I'm not at my best for math, but this logic makes sense to me for what it's worth. It's not worth much, but it's worth something. Joseph slash JCYW, thank you for working this out. I don't know if a Moog is in the Discord, but if I see a Moog around, I'll let them know. Surely you need a unique email address for each YouTube account, right? This person has to run out of emails eventually. Oh, that's a really short topper. It's good. How about you? Using joins. Oh, I just thought you can concatenate in Python, right? Or something? I don't know. That's really nice code. That's amazing how short it is. An account counter in the top corner? True. Okay. So we're working on this question from Tizzer still. Oh, Obi, if you want mod in YouTube land, I'll give it to you. I'm scrolling way back up in YouTube chat because I feel bad for the people who aren't spamming, who are actually trying to engage in the YouTube chat, and I don't want to miss their messages. Eeyore Warp, I love you too. Thank you. I love you because you're not spamming, especially. Impact Gaming asked a really long. I mean, maybe we can do this. It at least looks like a very long trig proof. Maybe it's not. The right side is a difference of 2 squares, which maybe simplifies things. Not KSM, please solve log of sine into cosine? I don't know what that means, KSN. I don't know how you solve that. My math undergrad or postgrad? I just earned a master's, Tizzer. Yeah, I'm still not sure what you mean by what I get back after doing this. Answers, yeah, there's supposed to be an argument, but I know what they mean. Nikhil, multiple people have gotten 762 now. I think that's the answer. Hey, Aditya. Okay, would you get back to the guy spamming? Oh, maybe. I don't know. My my brain is really fried. This been way too much for me to keep up with today. I appreciate it's a good problem to have when people are engaging with the stream. It's not a good problem to have when people make alts. I remember looking into it. Like, this is not the first time I've had this problem. At least a different problem, so I assume it's a different person. It's not the first time people have made alts to get around bans. And I remember Googling if YouTube provides some way to deal with that. And the answer was no, they don't. I am from California, yeah. Okay, we're going to banish this question to be up here for now. We can come back to it. Hopefully we remember. Oh, nice. Adia, I'm not in California right now. I'm in Washington State, but I've spent most of my life in California. Let omega 1 and omega 2 be two possible values of z such that magnitude of z is 6. If omega 1 is in the first quadrant, sketch both solutions on an argand diagram. How do we do that? The imaginary part of z is 3. Does that force the real part to be something given the magnitude? I guess it does. Except you can put it in the YouTube chat or you can put it in my Discord. Seek of Truth. No idea what that is. I probably can't do it. Hey, Eldritch. Ring Grang. Same thing for you. Put it in chat or put it in the Discord. If it's JE, I can't do it. If it's a competition question, I can't do it. One plus one, 2. Oh yeah, I did add a follow age command. I forgot I did that. So for part B, Z is A plus IB. Oh, thank you so much, Summer. If you're interested in other math streams on YouTube, I'm not sure if Academy of Ideas is still streaming on YouTube, but Actual Education and Leo Lectures also stream about math. Just type it once, ring, just don't spam it. That's why I was removing other people's messages. Because they just kept spamming the same thing over and over again. If you do it once, though, that's completely fine. How does YouTube got this live in my feed? You're a philosophy student? Oh, funny. I don't know. Ring, bus. I was banning you because you just kept putting the question over and over again. Like, just put it once. You can't dominate the whole chat spamming it over and over again. That's common sense. I'm from America, Summer. Consider this geometrically. The first equation describes a locus which is perpendicular bisector of minus 4i and 10i. Is it? Oh. Yeah. Because I didn't even think about it. These are the equations of circles, though. One centered at... Okay, positive 4 on the imaginary axis. One centered at negative 10. What's the radius? Well, okay, yeah, that's the issue. The radius is anything. So the circles we can make as big or small as we like. As long as they intersect somewhere. Well, need to be even bigger. I don't know. That's probably not drawn. That's a oh my god. That's probably not drawn well. Three years, 4 days? Wow. And so yeah, as JC says, the solution to the equation, I guess, is like these 2 points here where they intersect. Sarvagya, I would call this like undergrad math, I guess. Montry hate. This question is probably too long for me to work out all of it, but can we at least do part B also? So I don't think it's the entire perpendicular bisector, but it is like You could think of it as like a line like that. Oh, the double counting. Fair enough. I'm from America, Anish. So wait, ring ring bus. Since you finally learned your lesson and only put your question once rather than a trillion times, I'll actually put you in queue. I guess you're probably on your last email address, right? Nope, you're done. Right as I said it. In my math major, I have a master's in applied math. I'm on. I'll pass. I'm good. Vecta, it's we all agree that zero factorial is one. You could call it something else, but it will just kind of break formulas. We it does have an interpretation. Like you could say there's one way to arrange nothing. Um, but in my opinion, we do it because it makes our formulas work well. It's not that you can't make it something else. Jayon, I'll pass. I don't want to do. I want to do IMO questions even less. Actually, I don't know which I would hate more, JU or IMO. I, uh, but yeah. Oh my god. Breasticles. That chat has been. Yeah, people have been asking about that question a lot. It's kind of interesting. Anish, either there in chat or in my Discord. Tizzer, I have no clue, but if they're gonna be rude and spam their question over and over and make alts despite being banned, I'm not gonna do it. Um, wait, what did Wild Child say? Oh, I mean, I don't think Wild Child was saying anything about India, but either way, I don't want to do JE questions, and I don't want to do I Olympiad questions. No, I'm not going to do your your question. -1 factorial. I know the differential equations. Yeah, Anish shall pass. Mega 1 is in the first quadrant. I don't think what you're saying about Wild Child is true. I don't see any Hindi in the chat. I'm a math student, graduated BSc Maths. My math is bad. I think my basic understanding of math and practical math is the reason behind it. Can also be another reason. What should I do? Well, I think you should probably cut yourself some slack. You're probably better at math than you think. Um, it might help you to like maybe it's like the fundamentals of proofs or like You're saying your basic understanding of maths and practical maths. Like, I feel like you're in a way saying you have issues with proofs and that you should try to like learn proofs. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm turning on sub only mode for YouTube. I'm at my limit. So, you know, I'd say it was a fun experiment, but it wasn't. Okay. Oh, and just for good measure, let me get rid of that. Okay, can we actually do math now? Not that I'm not. Every time every time I grab my pen for my tablet, I have to grab my mouse again to ban someone on YouTube. If Omega 1 is in the first quadrant, sketch both solutions on an Argand diagram. So, I think we could do this algebraically. We know the imaginary part is always 3. Really? Is that true? Oh, dude, I bet we could Desmos this. I want to make this in Desmos. I don't know if this is every 10 minutes. True. Yeah. Oops. And R needs to be big enough. Let's say between 1 and 100. Wait. Why is it always at -3? Did I flip the signs? It's R plus... I flipped the signs. It's R plus 4i, not R minus. Hey, Slight GPX. Calc is not allowed? Oh, sorry. This isn't actually necessary. I just wanted to show what's happening with this question. But you don't actually need to do this. I think it's easier to show it than to explain it. And for me to, like, draw it. So, the equation z plus 4i magnitude equals, let's just say a number 3. Why not? 4. This defines a circle in the complex plane centered at -4 on the imaginary axis with radius 2. And so if you have two mods equal to each other, it means we have a circle centered at -4 and a circle centered at +10 on the imaginary axis. And those circles have the same radius. And so the radius does have to be big enough. Did I say something wrong, Zach? Oh, I got tricked. The radius is just 4. I forgot it's different for complex numbers because there's a square root built in. Thank you, Zach. Sorry, so it's radius 4, not radius 2. Equals x plus iy, then another line, that equation. Oh, I did forget that Desmos can actually do complex numbers now. Yeah, c equals x plus iy. And then z plus 4i let's just say equals 4, for example. Is there a setting for imaginary? Yeah. Okay. The quantum realm? I don't know what you mean. uh, you learned a little about modules over rings. Ooh, I don't know anything about ring theory. I'm sorry, slight GPX. Give him credit where it's due. Pretty fast making accounts for how many random questions you have to click. Yeah, that's not that's surprisingly common for people to have a million alts just queued up. I think like a year ago, Bressicles. It's not that recent. Yeah, it's semi-recent, but not that recent. Can I re-explain? Okay, so Tizzer, the equation magnitude of z plus 4i equals a number defines a circle in the complex plane. Real, imaginary. This circle is centered. I guess I should use some different numbers. 5. It's centered at -4 on the imaginary axis because of this number here. And the radius is 5. And I made a mistake. I thought this was the square of the radius, but it's not. It's just the radius itself. And so when we have mod equal to a mod, well, I don't have to rewrite it. It's written here. It means there's 2 circles involved here. One centered at -4i, and the other centered at +10i. And that's what I have drawn on Desmos. So instead of me drawing it by hand, these are the 2 circles we have in the complex plane. And what we just found in part A, and so I'm sorry, the solution to the equation is where these 2 circles intersect. So there's 2 options here and here. Because they have to be equal. Yeah, I remember, who was it? Corrupt Converter, I think his username was really excited for that. I haven't seen that person around in a long time, though. That's who I learned complex numbers and Desmos from. And so the thing that we just proved in part A is that this y-coordinate, or the imaginary part, is always 3. And so you notice, as these circles move, the y-coordinates of the solution stay the same, always 3. That's what we just found. The collection of the points for those 2 are equal. Oh, okay, yeah. Fair enough, Joseph. So I hope that answers your question, Tizzer, about re-explaining it. Unless you tell me something else, I'm going to keep moving. Or keep, like, progressing with the problem. So for part B1, okay, cool. I'm just going to do this algebraically on, well, yeah, there's a way we could do this geometrically. I'm getting a little tripped up. I think there's a way we could think about this geometrically using these equations or relating it to this. I'm getting tripped up on it, though, so I'm just going to do the algebraic way that I know will work. Oh, yeah, they added derivatives and integrals. Oh, complex derivatives. I didn't know that. That's really cool. So if mod z is 6, and we know the imaginary part of z is 3, don't we know that square root a squared plus 3 squared equals 6, right? Huh? I think that's okay to do. So a squared plus 9 equals 36. Oh, this is oh no, it's not. 27. 3 root 3. And so technically it's plus or minus 3 root 3, but they're asking for the first quadrant. So we take the positive one, so it comes out to be in the first quadrant. Oh, thank you for working on that question, Obi. Yeah, Desmos is awesome. My only gripe with it is that they don't tell you its functionality on the page. Like, you have to go hunting around to figure out what Desmos can actually do, and I don't like that. They do have a very clean interface, but it's a very unintuitive one, in my opinion. Okay, what's an argand diagram again? I I need to Google this. I mean, I guess I don't. I wish that yeah, daily? Oh, okay. I don't know why you need to come up with a fancy name like argand then. Why are there two solutions? There's only one solution, isn't there? Oh, never mind, never mind. They're asking Omega 1 is in the first quadrant. Omega 2 could be in either. Or in any. So Omega 1 is 3 root 3 plus I3, 3i. And Omega 2 is minus 3 root 3 plus 3i. Wait, a person's name is Argand? I thought it was like about the arg of a complex number. Or something. I always thought it was a weird name. If it's a person's name, that would make more sense. Oh. Huh. Okay. I sit corrected, I guess. Okay, so Omega 1 is somewhere here. Omega 2 is somewhere here. Can I see my Discord? I'm doing good, Browser. Thank you for asking. Geometry. I don't know of any offhand. I would just say OpenStax. I wonder if N-Simplex Pachinko. That's the first person who I would think of. Browser, I don't know how to your question. I'm sorry. Hence find the arguments of Omega 1 and Omega 2. And if people in chat have suggestions for geometry textbooks, please speak up. Hi, Max. Hope you're doing well. I mean, you probably know OpenStax already, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. Browser, I just said I don't know how to do your question. I'm sorry. All right, that was B1, B2. You just sunk my battleship. Find the argument. The argument should be, well, almost the same. Oh my god. He's waiting 10 minutes. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go crazy. The argument of omega 1 is arctan of y divided by x, right? So 3 divided by root 3. And, oh hey, this is unit circle, because that's 1 over root 3. Arctan of 1 over root 3. Pi over 6? 30 degrees? Am I right? Or am I right? Pi over 6. Oh, Max, you don't know the half of it. Actually, no. I guess it's slightly different. Today has been spamming chat with the same problem over and over again. Me banning them and them making another account. One person is up to 10 accounts. By Breskel's count. There's another person who's doing it with a different problem too. So I guess today is ban evasion day. Thank you, Obi, by the way, for helping out Famished. Okay, so omega 2 is more annoying to calculate. No, I can't, Tizzer. I wish I could. Also, Tizzer, thank you for being reasonable and patient. I bet I can't solve your question too, Pramod. So for omega 2, it we this isn't right. We need to fix the angle. And how does this work again? Is it pi minus whatever arctan gives us? I guess if we have a negative in here, do we do plus pi? This is the part of trig that's really annoying. The answer might be 5 pi over 6. I'm thinking about this more geometrically. Or I'm trying to get to quadrant 2. And I I should just have a system for doing this consistently, and I don't. It is 5 pi over 6? Okay. Um, right, because the y coordinate is the same. So we need to be at 5 pi over 6. Okay. Sure. Okay, yeah. So adding pi is the right thing. Your spam question? Yeah, I missed. Nuke YouTube from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Yeah, after today and in the last time I streamed math, I I don't want to rescue the people who are being cool, but the rest of YouTube chat can be nuked from orbit. A different complex number V is defined like this. Here's the real one. Superscript 4, 3? I don't know what that means. Thank you, Joseph. I heart you. Tetration? Maybe. Either way, I'm not doing it. K's real number could take any value in the interval minus 10 to 10. And minus pi is less than or equal to the argument of minus I is less than pi. What? Oh, I guess that's okay. That's just saying how we're defining our angles, how we're measuring. Why? Or okay. It's kind of like sometimes for branch cuts, you choose your branch cut to be the negative real axis. I guess that's what that thing is saying. Not here to study. Just saw Low watching your stream. Thought I should like your stream. Hey, thank you so much. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Rachna? I appreciate that. Find arg v in terms of k and pi. Oh, that's a fun... I never thought about that, Max. Oh, it's your mother's account? Okay. Hi, animal. I want to keep trying to plow through this question. But I feel like that's something I should do at least once. Calculate Don factorial. I guess you just like concatenate the numbers for each letter. $10 are over. Am I about to see the gardener problem? Ariane, usually studying from your homework is one of the best things, or taking problems out from your textbook. D times 26 squared plus O times 26 to the 1 plus N times 26 to the 0. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's what Max is saying. Everyone putting your Kalshi benefits back. What to do for a living? I don't have a job right now. Oh, that's a surprise. Okay, Roguemind, I thought you were going to be a spammer. Maybe you still are, and you're just baiting me, which would be kind of funny. But yeah, I think we fixed that, Roguemind, because we did plus pi. I mean, minus pi over 6 is not a correct answer. It is the result of arctane, but it's not correct. I'm applying 2 jobs, Wild Child. Hermod, I saw it the first time you typed it. Deep breaths. They're all chemical elements? D? What is D? That's a Cauchy bet no one put in. Uh, periodic table of the elements. I don't think D is an element. Go away. I don't see any Ds. Oh, you mean maybe DO? Is there a DO? Deuterium? No, that's not an element though. That's what, like two hydrogen atoms stuck together or something? Or am I crazy? Am I thinking of something else? I don't know. Either way, I really should keep working on Tizzer's problem. I'm sorry, Tizzer. Isotope of hydrogen? Okay. Um, I how do we get the? I'm from America. We have to find argv. Okay, well, I think this is where we use this is where we use like polar form. Lean all formalization stuff, group of people, how they actually develop and improve mathematics. Oh, game chats, you know who would be great to ask that question to? Leo Lectures just made a whole like video involving that, the third person in this list. Lean is great because it helps computers contribute to math, depending on your definition of great. And so, and also like even without computers doing math, it helps experts. Like math has gotten incredibly niche to the point where even experts in the same field have trouble understanding each other's work, and Lean can help people verify their own work. There's a compound called vomitoxin. It's also called dioxin, whatever, abbreviated as DAWN. I don't mind that, Joseph. I'm like my superpower is making people barf. Okay, maybe that doesn't sound as awesome as I think. Nope, I've explained to you multiple times what I need you to stop doing, and you didn't stop doing it. Anks, I don't know how to do your question. I'm sorry. Tizzer, I think it is. Ariane, some physics I can. I probably can't solve whatever your question is. 11? What about 11? So, sorry if I'm missing some context. Oh, sorry. I remember now. I remember now. That's how many alts. Yeah. This has been a hell of a day. Did you stream on that? I'm up for any sort of Joseph stream on anything. Pramod, I don't know. How do I send the question? What do you mean techniques? If it's JE advanced, I can't do it, Rogue Mind. I'm really not interested in debating this. I don't know why people keep trying to debate me on this. I don't know how to do JE. I don't want to do JE. I don't know why it's so hard for people to accept. Okay, so we know the mod of Z is 6. So omega 1 is 6e to the I something, and omega 2 is 6e to the I something. And we just found it. I guess it's pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. Leo, we just had a person asking about lean and formalization, and uh, I said that that person should ask you in particular, but I gave my like baby opinion on it. But yeah, no, it's been a crazy day, Leo. I turned sub mode back on for YouTube chat because I've banned at least 20 people today because it's the same group of people like making alts and spamming the same thing. Got super busy. I would guess at yeah. I mean, it's at least 2 people, I think. But like, yeah, like at least 20 accounts. It's been a wild day. It's not even the most accounts I've banned in one day on YouTube though. People, it's not the first time I've had people spamming like this. I think you have one. What's your secret, Leo? YouTube is a like Fenlock said. YouTube is a cesspool for me. I don't know how to like. There's a handful of cool people on YouTube, and the rest are like not cool. Okay, so V is omega 1 to the k, 6e to the I pi over 6. And Tizar, I'm sorry it's taking so long to answer your question. Omega 2 is 6e to the I 5 pi over 6. What am I writing? Over minus I. She doesn't say answering math questions. I guess, yeah, that helps. Should I change my YouTube title so I don't take questions from YouTube at all? That might fix it. I would say I'm talking about math. That's true, Rod. Thank you, Famish. I appreciate that. Okay, so Math Monday tomorrow. I'm gonna write I in polar form, e to the I pi over 2. So we just need to simplify this, and whatever the exponent is the answer. So 6 to the k plus 1, negative sign. Well, okay, wait. Why would you write divided by negative I? Negative 1 over I is equal to I. Because you multiply by I over I. So let's rewrite it. Let's rewrite the something. E to the I pi over 2. Your imaginary cousin, true, Zach. How to predict prime? You have to divide it, try dividing it by every other prime, don't you? Math is weird, math is weird. What the hell are we doing? Am I doing something wrong here? Arg is the angle that a complex number makes with a positive real axis. Alternate reality game. Okay, 6 to the k plus 1. E to the I. It's k pi, oh my god, over 6 plus 5 pi over 6 plus pi over 2. 6 to the k plus 1, e to the I. That's a really nice sound, right? 8 pi? K plus 8 pi over 6. Okay. So arg v is k plus 8 pi over 6. Math is axiomatic. It doesn't mean much. Yeah, true, Obi. My student, I just graduated. Don is the mix between a calculator, Ron Weasley, and someone who's secretly dying to answer your JE questions but is too shy to admit it. Keep trying. True. Complex number computation skills. Am I? I feel like I'm crashing and burning. And Ed Sheeran stunt double. True. Drinking coffee and doing math and taking names. We should be doing some chemistry. I wish I knew more chemistry. I just don't want to learn chemistry. No, Christian, please, I had to drop that class. I, I, I've wondered about don't they sell like little chemistry kits where you can do experiments? This would be a thing for once I have like disposable income again and when I have a job. But like I've kind of wondered about doing like experiments on stream like that. I don't know if there'd be a fun one to do on stream, but I don't know. Doing chemistry right now smacks Bulba's belly full of yums. Hey, that's true. Complex numbers are your favorite topic? Hell yeah, complex numbers are great. Okay, hence by all possible values of k such that v is a real number. Oh, we can do that. That's not bad at all. We want to hold k plus 8 pi divided by 6 equal to... You clipped that, Joseph? Thank you. It's a good clip. I guess L pi? Do we want to make it a new integer? Indo minus, I will not say that. Um, I don't know what that means. Arion in YouTube chat or in Discord. I'm going to Google Translate, so I want to know if I should ban you. I can't copy it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Zach. Your cat is very cool. URL furry blazing soybean? What? Oh, I see what you mean. In the clip? Yeah, that's weird. In Vietnam? So it's someone in Spanish describing one-way ratio of circumference to diameter circle, L pi. Final plus 5k such that v is a real number. Oh, wait. I mean, with the pi divides out, k plus 8 over 6 equals L. 6L minus 8, where L is any integer. I think that's the answer. Tizzer, I have no clue if you're still here. Let me know if you have any questions, though. And it only took me like 2 hours. Actually, no, not 2 hours. Maybe like an hour and a half to answer your question. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's happening there, Dessen. Are you talking about like the wildfires? All right, see you, Leo. Endo minus? I'm not saying that. Arion, is it JEE or is it Olympiad? Just put them in math discussion. I have a pinned chat. People just don't care, Dessen. or they don't read it. I don't know. I need to come up with a new YouTube title that doesn't say that I'm taking people's math questions. That's true, Rod. Yeah, if even if I have not JE, people searching JE, it'll come up. On the stream in yellow font? I just feel so aggressive though. I like I don't blame people for needing help with JE. I just blame people for acting like assholes when they're asking about it. All right, goodbye, Endo minus. Hey, I'm not doing people spamming chat today. Okay, I'm trying to come up with a new YouTube title. I can't do it offhand. Today we're just gonna deal with it. Next time I stream on YouTube though, there's gonna be a new title. I do really believe in like doing the dual stream thing. I'm not making it work the way that it's the way I'm doing it right now, evidently. Okay. If anyone has something they want to ask me about, please ask me. I'm probably forgetting someone's question. I'm not doing that question. I think that person's left, and so, I think Obi helped out this person, actually. Arad, I think it's cozier on Twitch, too. I had American in the title. I think some of them will come over to ego me. That's why some people ask where I'm from, I think. Can I re-explain in one go? Yeah, sure. Okay. From the top. We're working with the equation magnitude z plus 4i. I should say is equal to magnitude z minus 10i. The solutions to this equation are the intersection of two circles. There's 2 points where those circles intersect. In part B, in part A, we show that both of solutions have an imaginary part of 3. We do that by letting z take the form a plus ib and plugging it into the equation. Once you use the formula for modulus or magnitude, the a's drop out of the equation entirely, like we would hope, and the b's, they do come out to be 3, and so that gives you the imaginary part of z is 3, no matter what. For part B, we're given that the magnitude of z is 6. And because we know the imaginary part is always 3 also, that restricts the options for what z can be. So I used, again, the formula for magnitude, a squared square root a squared plus b squared. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I set it equal to 6, and I plugged in b equals 3. And so solving that for a, we get the other component of z in this case, which is 3 root 3. That is plus or minus 3 root 3. I didn't write that. And since they tell us omega 1 is in the first quadrant, we know that omega 1 corresponds to the positive 3 root 3. And omega 2 corresponds to the minus 3 root 3. I don't know IITs, Arion. And so if you actually graph them on a complex plane, they look something like that. I didn't really draw it to scale, but the important feature is that they should be at the same like y value, and they should be the same distance away from the origin horizontally. That title just had the stream show I'm Gone with Beer. Be right on the screens, watch them lose their minds so long they wait and spam. Hey, Floors. I don't know. I wish I had that. I had a stream like this too, or I wish I had a stream like this too when I needed help. I hope that your Essacur went well. Do I plan having? Not really. It'd be nice to have like to be a streamer full time. So if you count that as a business, sure. But I don't like plan to make my own business. Uh, unless you want to count streaming as a business, I guess. Okay. Tisha, you can ask your question. If I can solve it, I will. They asked us to get the argument. We do that using arctangent. Arctangent of imaginary divided by real. And so the first arctangent for omega 1 is in the first quadrant. So you just get to take arctan at face value. But the second quadrant, you have to like fix the output of arctangent. And so if you want to get to the second quadrant, you have to add pi to your answer. So this for omega 2 can be 5 pi over 6. It ended badly. Ran in the middle of a frame without noticing, started shooting each other. Oh no! That sucks. It seems like you guys are having some really good PvP before then, though. Where should you upload it? If you can, ask it there in chat, or you can put it in my Discord. Breasticles, I bet a lot. 30 people in 5? Wow. Stacking up the bodies like cordwood. I should try applying for a PhD. I've tried multiple times. It's too tough for me. Wait, I'm sorry, Atishay. I've looked at that question before. I don't know how to do it. Like someone's asked me that exact same question before, and I've tried it, and I don't know how. Safeties. I could have applied to more. I applied to like 1 or 2 safeties, and I still didn't get into those for a PhD. I think 1 or 2 I'm accepting for a master's. It's in Discord and general chat. It's your funeral if you try to do it. Not that safety, I guess. Undergrad, Hawaii Pacific University. Yeah, Adisha, I'm sorry you have to do such complicated questions. Okay, so let me get through this explanation and I'll... SAT, when I took it out of 2400, I got 1860. I think I got 100% on the math part, and I just did poorly on the English parts. Did he delete it? Oh, I guess he did. It's been posted in my Discord before, like the exact same question. Let me find it. I'll repost it in general. Yeah, the stupid limit one. Okay, so then they give us this weird definition for V. They want us to find the argument of V. since there's exponents involved and we're trying to add, we're trying to figure out arguments, polar form for complex numbers is perfect for this situation. So I converted omega 1 and omega 2 to polar form. We know the magnitude is 6, and we just worked out the arguments in the last question. So plug these definitions for omega 1 and omega 2 in. You get this. Turn I into polar form also. And then multiply the magnitudes together, so 6 times 6 times 1. Sorry, 6 to the k times 6 times 1. And then add up the exponents. And you get this for the overall. This is like the definition, or this is how the entire thing for v looks. They're asking for the argument of v though, and the argument is just the angle here. So the final answer for part 1 is k plus 8 times pi over 6. Then finally for part 2, all possibilities of the case such that v is a real number. It's a real number. Anywhere here on the real axis. So the positive real axis corresponds to even multiples of pi, including 0. The negative part of the real axis corresponds to odd multiples of pi. And so that's why I set up this equation. The argument of v is equal to L times pi, where L is just some generic integer, even or odd. And then from there, you just isolate k, and I would say this is your answer. So I hope that's a good recap, Tizzer. I hope that makes sense. I could have applied to even more safety schools than I did, Dessen. There's just a lot of schools that I wouldn't have wanted to go to, though. So I don't know. If I'm gonna do a PhD, I guess I don't want to do it at a safety school. Okay, it's going good, Flippy. How about you? What you should know for divisibility questions? Like number theory sort of stuff? I'm pretty weak on number theory. I don't know. I feel like chat would probably have good suggestions for that. Like, what kind of theorems are helpful? Like the basics, like Euclid's algorithm, and like I assume like there's a couple of Fermat's theorems that you should know. But I won't be able to make a good list. You can. Game chats, I can't promise I can answer, but you can ask it. You spend $14.40 on a pallet of 28.80 chicken flavored ramen noodles from Walmart. It has free shipping. 50 cents a pack is a good deal. Is it? For ramen? I think it's like 10 cents a pack. Or like... No, Zach. I've committed blasphemy. I have the Ubuntu font installed on Windows. I like the font. So, yeah. Many safety schools have world-class professors. Yeah, I mean, no hate towards safety schools, but I don't know. A PhD is a long and hard process, and I just would only want to go through it under certain circumstances. Does ramen go stale? It's already dry. Jones is good for number theory, Floppy says. We have to eat 3,000 ramens a couple years before they went stale. Oh yeah, I read that. probably go bad. You have to get sick of them before you get to eat them. 700 people to share with, probably no. That's a pretty reasonable argument, Max. Blasphemy? How dare you use an open font on proprietary software? Yeah, it just feels like using Ubuntu and open source stuff. It is the right way to go morally. I feel like I'm being a poser. That's why I call it blasphemy. Like, I'm doing the morally good thing without actually doing it. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Say 50 pounds, euros, pounds, no, pounds per person. 200 off for a family of 4. There you go. College student, trust me, it's possible. The right way is to be an arch bro. I don't. I've heard you talk about arch, and it sounds intimidating. I don't know why it's so intimidating. Okay, Ariane, I will read that question. A window perimeter, including the base of the arch, is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. Let me put it on the screen too, I guess. Oh, you use arch, Joseph? Interesting, interesting. You gotta be really hardcore and just do command line. It's a joke? Oh, okay. Oh, is that like a meme? People who use Arch brag about it? Kind of like vegans? Ramen, TV, dinners, and beer? Gonna skip the happy family part of my life anyway. Go straight to divorced dad life. I respected breasticles. Vegan's fantastic analogy. A window perimeter, including the base of the arch, is in the form... Speaking of arch, is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. The semicircular portion is fitted with colored glass, the rectangular part is fitted with clear glass. The clear glass transmits 3 times as much light per square perimeter as the colored glass does. What is the ratio for the sides of the rectangle so the window transmits the maximum light? Whoa. This is kind of a cool question. Programmerhumor.io? Oh my god. What is this? Where can I find the BTW version of Arch Linux? I've seen people in the Linux community saying they use Arch, BTW, but I couldn't... Oh, I couldn't find the BTW version of the website, just the regular one. Okay, I see a question in the Discord from Tiger and Lion. That might be game chats. Let me just show this. Prove that 21n minus 3 over 4 and 15n plus 2 over 4 cannot both be integers for the same positive integer n. I don't know how you do that, but someone in chat might have an idea. Champagne, I have no freaking clue. I'm not even going to try that. I'm sorry. Oh, nice, Fluffy. Thank you for talking more about what you should know for divisibility problems. Okay, so this question looks kind of cool. Champ Anye. Does the semicircle have to go to the top of the rectangle? I guess that's how you would define it. I don't know. Yeah. You are a tiger? Okay. So this I think the important thing to remember with this circle is this might not be a radius, that might not be a radius. It could, like, depending on the dimensions of the rectangle, it could be something like that. Semicircles on top, yeah. One probably just look at the numerator mod 4. They don't both have solutions mod 4. Okay. Post the coffee grinder in Discord. Oh, I mean, I don't know of this grinder. I would bet it's probably a little, like, wait, ceramic burrs are not great. If you can find one with metal burrs, that would be a big upgrade. But at the end of the day, the coffee that you enjoy is the best coffee. So if you end up getting that grinder and you enjoy it, don't let me, like, bring you down. If you can find a comparably priced metal burr grinder, though, I think there would be a big difference. Telephoto lens. That broke in 2 months. Oh god. Okay. Wait. So am I? The Windows area is out of the rectangle plus the semicircle? Oh. Okay. That is not what I was thinking. We are coffee addicts. How dare you accept me shirking my tea lately? Okay, so let's say we have length and width. Terrible L. So the clear glass in the outer part transmits more light. So the thing we want to maximize is I know that we do have an entire rectangle worth of glass here, but I think we care about maximizing that outer part. That's how I'm interpreting this question. How do we get the area of the semicircle, though? Or it's a portion. Oh, that's terrible. I want to subtract off. No, Jed, it's not. It's not measured from the center. That's why it's not easy. Like, the question could be asking for, like, what is this portion here? Unless that is easy, and I just don't know how to do it. Discovered something even more world-changing than a solution to the Riemann Zeta hypothesis. I only can buy 3,000 ramen noodles from Walmart. I can use Walmart Plus subscription to subscribe to have 3,000 sent to me every week. Frescals, I think you're finding an infinite money, or infinite ramen glitch at least. Ramen zeta function? L is not... Well, it's because... Oh, okay, you see it? Yeah, it's because of the center of the problem. I don't know if they actually said that. I... They're asking about the ratio of L to W, though. That feels like something we might not need to keep things fixed for, I know. Also, hi, Stooky. Uh... Game chats... It's something like that. The same problem line, but you're supposed to place a semicircle on top of the rectangle, not inside it. Perimeter is a constant value. Well, yeah, so I know that... Well, maybe I'm misunderstanding the problem, because I don't think it matters whether the semicircle is on top or not. I don't think it changes the calculation or the problem. I think the problem wants us to maximize the area with clear glass. And I don't care if it's embedded or on top, the semicircle part. That's how I'm reading this problem. Like, I think so, Jed. That's what I think. We did, Max. I guess that's how we would get a portion. That's so annoying, though. Yeah, like, I'm missing a value here. I want this value to be the area of the semicircle part. And we might need calculus to get it, which would be really annoying. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, I didn't even... Yeah. Perimeter is fixed. Okay. Yeah. We can just call it P. Semicircle is a half circle. It's drawn the way you drew. There's nothing to solve. But it doesn't have to contain a half circle, though, Fembox. I don't think it does. Imagine a very narrow and long rectangle with that fixed perimeter. It's not going to go halfway through the circle. Infinite money, too. If you buy 2880 a week for $1440, it means become a nomadic door-to-door ramen salesman. That's genius. It's not inscribed. So it's... The center of the circle is not here. The center of the circle, it could be there, probably if it's a square or something. But in general, it does not have to be here. That's the issue. So that is not a radius necessarily. That is not a radius necessarily. I think just mean put in front of Joseph. I don't know. Yeah, Jed, I think there is a fixed perimeter. I think we can assume that. And I think we do need to do what you're saying with that substitution. Rod, I think the version that Fenvox is thinking should be really quick. Or like there's only one possible solution. There's nothing to optimize. Like I think it can't be that interpretation because I don't know what like I assume it's going to restrict you to only one case. And there's no optimization to be done if the center is there. Oh wait. Oh, was it? Do I not know what above? I was thinking of above in the wrong dimension. Is it? Wait, am I stupid? Is this above? Oh, that would change everything. Then Fembox is completely right, I think. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've See, no, I was thinking of above as meaning on top. Like, if I'm drawing this three-dimensionally, you have one sheet, you have like one window there, and then for whatever reason in front of it, you have your circle. That's what I was imagining the entire time. Oh my god. Okay. That probably means this should be the last problem of the day when I start making mistakes like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just stupid, Arad. That's the main takeaway here. Okay, so is the parameter including the circumference? I assume it does include the circumference. Including the base of the arch. Oh no, maybe it doesn't. Or is it all four sides and the arch? I'm actually confused what the perimeter is. That's what I'm interpreting the perimeter as, but we all know how much I can be trusted right now. Or maybe you're right, Max. Quantum Apex. I think I can do that problem after this. I just said this would be the last problem. Maybe this won't be the last problem. Yeah, Ariane. So they did say specifically to include that line. But yeah, I mean, maybe we don't need it. I think we will. See ya, game chats. Because I think when we talk about the area, we're gonna need to do a substitution. We need to get rid of like the width or the length, and that's the purpose this will serve. So we want to maximize. What are we optimizing? For rectangles to the window. For fixed perimeter. I mean, is it just the overall area? Wait. I don't know the circumference of a circle. Please do, Rogue Mind. If you want to save me from doing this problem, I will gladly take that. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. We cut that in half. R is half L. So can we do our normal single variable calculus thing and just get rid of W, take the derivative, set it equal to 0? That's what I want to do. Let me kind of clean this up first, though. Okay. 1/8 pi L squared. Okay. Well, meth grinder, all metal within your budget? Hell yeah. Yeah, if you can, like, Time More is a good brand. I think they have some cheaper ones. I should have mentioned them earlier. I don't know if they have cheap ones, but the brand that I have is Easy Presso. Rogue Mind, let's see. Thank you for posting this, Rogue Mind. Yeah, you definitely could always do Lagrange for problems like this. Semicircle. Rectangle 2HR. Transmittivity. I don't know what this means. Oh, the transmittivity of light. Okay. Sure. We want to find 2R over H, yep. Total light transmitted. Two RH times 3K plus K times 1/2 pi R squared. Okay, sure. So yeah, you did, I guess you this is better than what I was doing to actually consider the transmittivity. Well, yeah, actually that does affect things. Yeah, I guess I was making a mistake there. I thought it wouldn't matter, but it does matter because it gives you the 3. Okay. I think this seems like a really good setup. Perimeter. Agree. Then you rearrange it to isolate H. Okay, yeah, and then substitute it in to get rid of H. I'm not going to check all these simplifications because I'm getting tired. Okay, so the total transmission, I guess, is this. Only one parameter, yep, because P is a constant. So take the derivative, set it equal to 0. And want to hold the second derivative less than 0. Yep. Six over 6 plus pi is the optimal ratio. I guess yeah, you can use the perimeter to get the other part of the value. Okay. I'm going to go with this because I'm getting really tired and I really... I don't want to work all this out for myself. That's right? Okay. Rogue Mind, thank you so much. Aryan, thank you for the question. Okay, Quantum Apex, are you still here? You got one digit right? Hell yeah. Chuck it up to this concise solution. Assume an answer in the form A to B. A to B is the ratio. A equals 69, B equals 420. 69. Yeah. There you go. You're still here? Okay. You will be the last customer of the day then. I bet there's a matter of taste indeed. I bet there's a good way of doing this. I'm gonna do it the caveman way. F of x, let it equal this. That means g of f of x is ax squared plus bx. Ooh. See ya, Rogue Mind. Thank you again. Ax squared plus bx plus c minus 1. So we're going to multiply this out and compare it to this g of f of x. And that'll help us figure out what a, b, and c are for our original f of x. I bet you there's a faster way of doing it. I don't know what that way is, though. The funny cancels out, so the ratio is boring. All right, can I multiply this out mentally? Find out next on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Okay, then multiply bx by everything. Then multiply c by everything. I think I did that right. I hope I did that right. Okay, then group things up based on the power. Actually, we know right off the bat. Dragon Ball Z? Probably. There is no x to the fourth in g of f? Oh, wait. Oh, I guess this'll... Ooh. I think f is a linear function, or... Wait. Yeah, f must be a linear function, actually. I did this wrong. Ugh. So the powers didn't match the squared, so that's why I knew I did something wrong there. Ax plus b should give us the correct power, though. And it's less work. A squared x squared plus 2abx plus b squared plus ax plus b minus 1. That's calling minus a half. Let's see if we get the same thing. Do you do the caveman way too? Okay, so now we equate coefficients. A squared equals 4. So a is plus or minus 2. From that equation, 2ab plus a equals minus 10, and b squared plus b minus 1 is 5. B squared plus b minus 6 is 0. B plus 3, b minus 2 is 0. B is equal to 2 or minus 3. Okay. Now we need to figure out, we have 4 possible pairs of A's and B's. We can use this equation in the middle to figure out, hopefully there's only one pair that's right. There should only be one pair that's right. I'm gonna bet, based off the form of this equation and being equal to a negative number, that A is negative and B is positive. Sounds good, Quantum, thank you. If you're interested in more streams like this, here's a couple of YouTube people who talk about math. So I'm gonna guess A is minus 2, B is positive 2. Where does that... Oh, that won't be right. 10 is not a power... Well, it might be right. Oh, it is right. 2 minus 2, 2 plus minus 2. That's negative 8, minus 2 is negative 10. So that checks out. Perfect. You didn't prove it's unique. I don't think any other combination will work. But yeah, I don't want to prove it either if I don't have to. Okay, so that's the A and B. So f of x is minus 2x plus 2. So f of 5 over 4 is minus 5 over 2 plus 2? Question mark? Yep. So that's minus a half. Hey, we all agree. Hi, Aditya. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Quantum Apex, let me know if you have any questions. Correct? Awesome. No worries. Like I said, I think there should be something more clever you can do. I don't know what that thing is, though, so... I guess you need to invert G if you want to do something more clever. And G won't cleanly be invertible. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there are? Oh. I don't know why that would happen, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure why. That's weird. Okay. I do think I need to call it here for the day, though. Sounds good, Quantum. Sleep well. That's really late. Quantum, Aditya, Ariane, anyone else who's here on YouTube, thank you for being here. Because the YouTube stream up here on Twitch will look for a raid.